going on, YouTube? I'm riding in my car eating popcorn, and I wanted to talk about something. I didn't broach this topic before, but I want to talk about Shaduer Sanders, the talented quarterback from Colorado. And they about to have a draft, and they say for some reason he wasn't gonna be at the draft. I don't know what they got going on, but they say his stock is steady dropping. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to wonder why, like his draft stock would keep dropping like it's dropping. You know what I'm saying? You know, I seen it a minute ago. You know, a minute ago, him and Cam Ward was the top two quarterbacks that was going to be in the draft. Cam Ward and Shaduer Sanders. I didn't think Shedeur would go number one, because I think Cam Ward is just a more talented quarterback. But I thought he was going to be at least top two, quarterbacks taken off the board, and probably Travis Hunter probably going to be number two. He's going to be a steal wherever he's go. He can play both sides of the field. So, and a talent like that, you can't really let get by you. But I was for sure thinking Shedeur was going to be at the top of the list. And lately, a lot of these drafts I've been watching, I think on the mock draft, I think they still have him up there. But I've been seeing a lot of people talking about that he was going to go in the 9th spot to the Saints, which is like, it ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? I never thought your draft position really dictates what you become as a quarterback. What I seen at Colorado, he was doing his thing. And in the first year, he didn't even have a line. So basically, he was in the backfield getting manslaughter, getting handled, sack after sack. I watched a lot of them games, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't even have time a lot of times to even hike the ball, man. He was already in the backfield. And even this year, he had a little bit more protection, but he didn't really have no run game to kind of help out him being a quarterback at Colorado. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm looking at First Take and other shows, and now all of a sudden they talking about the Steelers gonna be able to get him. And I think the Steelers had a 21st pick. So I'm sitting up here thinking, like, how do people really think he's gonna drop that low? Like, is he gonna be drafted that low? Like, you gonna let Shedeur drop down that low? What? Like, I'm trying to understand. He had a good senior pro day. They said it was pretty good. For him not to really play no football since the season been over with, I don't know how you become a bad quarterback or a worse quarterback than what you was. A lot of times I say, look at the tape. And when the season was over, they was talking about Shedeur being probably 1-2 quarterbacks off the board. It was out of him and Cam Ward. Now, he's going all the way down the draft list. Like, the numbers every day they keep dropping. Like they say, at first they were saying he's probably going to be number 1, number 2, probably number 1, number 3, because I know Travis Hunter was somewhere in that mix. But now he dropped to what? They said the Pittsburgh Steelers thinking about getting him. They said the Giants are still thinking about getting him. I think the Giants got the 3rd pick. But to drop down to, like, they saying you're going to be picked at the 21st pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers is just kind of crazy to me. It's like, I think it's more his arrogance. And now, a lot of times, I was watching a lot of, especially last year, the first year being in Colorado, how Dion was saying how they feel about him, how they talk about him, how they mention him. And his son, if you look at Shedeur, he's got that same kind of brass, confident kind of aura about him. Like, I guess when you grow up with a dad like Deion Sanders, and I mean, he gonna instill a certain kind of confidence in you that naturally is gonna rub off on you. That's how you gonna feel. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like you that guy. And he came up with money, so he can seem a little arrogant. I always look at arrogant people as cocky. Just say for instance, if you got a child, I would rather my son be arrogant, cocky, whatever you want to call him, than him not be sure of himself. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be assured. I'd rather him be confident. I'd rather him be able to just feel like nobody can stop him. And that's how I feel about Shedeur. Shedeur plays with a certain kind of cockiness to his game. He got a lot of swag. He walk in with his jewelry on. I think, and I don't want to just always look at things about race, but I think it's just that makes people uncomfortable when they see a black man presenting himself like that. I think when we walk into a room, a lot of times, they want us to be humble. Everybody want us to be humble. Like, we can't be this kind of flashy, kind of flamboyant, kind of confident. Like you say, it can come off a lot of times as arrogant, whatever you want to say about it, but I don't think we're looked in a good light when we come off as that kind of person. I don't care what position it is, you know what I'm saying? I think it makes people uncomfortable. I don't know why it will make a person uncomfortable. When I see a guy that's confident, I want that guy on my team, you know what I'm saying? So for me to see him drop down the draft board, I've seen a lot of people like Ryan Clark and all them. Nobody's not really in a big uproar about it. I seen Stephen A. Smith talking about it's making him feel uncomfortable how he's just dropping down the leaderboard and he haven't played no more football. Like, if you looked at the tape and you looked at him play football and he was at where he was at a minute ago, now when you look at the tape and if you saying where you need a draft pick at or you picking a quarterback here, he should still be in the same spot. They ain't played no more games, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing else. You got to take what you get off the tape. And what you seen on the tape, I seen a kind of guy that's poised in a pocket. If you ask me, he holds the ball a little too much for my comfort. A lot of times I be looking at him like, man, get rid of the ball, but he's trying to make a play. And when he got that kind of a wide receiver core he has, I understand why he hold the ball, because he got some speedsters, so he's always thinking somebody's about to get open. So I'm not too down on him for that, but just sometimes I be thinking like, man, he needs to get rid of the ball. He's holding it a little too long. But I don't think that's why his draft stock, because y'all seen all that during the season. You know what I'm saying? Why now did his draft stock drop? You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I just don't understand it, and I don't always want to look at it as like I don't want to look at it a certain kind of way, but Shedeur is too good of a quarterback. I don't care what nobody say. I watched him play. I clicked on a lot of them games. And man, he was balling. He was doing his thing with a weak line. He was up for the task, you know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at him for getting all them sacks, man, because nobody could protect him. And it's more to do with his dad. It's his cockiness, and that's just what it's all about, man. Like, we supposed to, all the time, a black male, we supposed to be humble. I don't know why we gotta always be humble, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we can't have confidence in ourselves and show it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they, like I said, I think they trying to humble him. I got some popcorn, y'all. I think they trying to humble him. They trying to embarrass him. And all I can say, man, young man, I know you're not gonna hear this, but get in the league, tear it up, man. Do your thing, keep studying. You know, put that in your mind. Use that as energy, motivation to get on her, because they're gonna always try to tell you what you can't do. A lot of times people ain't gonna tell you what you can do. They always trying to tell you what they can't do or what you can't do, because it's their own insecurities and their own fears. See, people will try to put their fears on you, and if you don't feel that kind of fear, they will look at you in a certain kind of light. And I think he's special. I think he got a good arm. He don't got the biggest arm. I think he got great intangibles. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And they say he can't run, but he used to move to me. He used to be running the ball, getting touchdowns. And I used to be seeing him play, but I don't know. But Travis Hunter, Shaduer Sanders, I seen they both got their number retired at Colorado. Well deserving. And whoever don't get Shedeur early in the he's gonna be one of them guys that people later think back on and regret not getting a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? If that dude in my huddle, if he was in my huddle, I would want him in my huddle, because this dude confident. And I've been watching him since he was playing in high school. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want my quarterback to be sure of himself. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. Like I say, man, I just be stating my opinion, man. You like it, love it, or Cuss me out on the video. It don't matter to me, man, but this is my opinion. Tell me how y'all feel about it, man. Like, comment, subscribe on my video, and tell me if you think not getting Shedeur would be a big mistake to a lot of teams, and they're going to regret that later, you know. Like, I bet when people look back on it not getting Tom Brady, I bet they kicking themselves in the butt. I think Drew Brees went second round. Aaron Rodgers went late in the draft. You know, Lamar Jackson was sitting at the table with his head down with his mom. And you missed a lot of great quarterbacks because sometimes you can't determine what's in a person's chest. You know what I'm saying? And that's something you can't look at. But what he put on tape should be good enough. But, man, like, comment, subscribe on my video, man. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.